Hello, Steph or Stephanie. This will be some milestone 2 feedback for you on the business card, the letterhead, and the leave behind. And in general, that color splash, watercolor marks makes much more sense now that I see it in the context of your letterhead, your business card. So anyway, I'll review those. I like everything about this. I know I had cautioned against using ornament that had to be relevant in some ways, but the quality I get from this is I still would like to know something about what are you offering. Do you need a tagline that says graphic design or something perhaps more general if you have fine arts interests such as creative, perhaps that's maybe all you need to say. Your typography, I like the choice of type. Watch the letter spacing though. See how widely spaced this 1, 2, 3 is when you look at the word apple. So I would tighten those up. Also, because these are lining numerals, I would make them perhaps a point size smaller. Don't go overboard, but this way they won't stick out like a series of capital letters. Just a suggestion in refining your typography. Your type would be small. Make sure that you look at it printed out, because I think you'll have to adjust your sizes. Looking at it on the screen in the RGB color space is a lot different, as you know, than looking at it as reflected art in the CMYK color space. I think you can get all of this information on a single line. I like this border, this pinkish border, but I think it could be even thinner than it is. So maybe make it a half point or whatever it is. Anyway, but really nice combination of elements, and I see now, I think, where you're going with your watercolor mark. Your letterhead reflects all of the elements of your business card. Again, your type, though, I think is too big, and consider making it business card size. Whatever you do typographically on your business card should be reflected on your letterhead, or vice versa, actually. The letterhead probably should drive the design of the business card. I like this thin pink border, and just make sure that you don't get so close to the edge that it's unable to be printed. But it's a nice solution. It gives you a frame. Hopefully, the registration doesn't jog from letterhead to letterhead. That is, it doesn't shift when it's printed. But so make sure that you back it off from the edge of the page. Maybe a good 3/8 of an inch, or maybe 3 picas thereabouts. And I think you consider getting this on a single line or maybe fewer lines of smaller type. But really nice, and I think I get it now after looking at it in context. Okay, now I've been using Stephanie Espinosa for all of this because that's what you printed out. And I noticed in your leave behind description, you answered the rubric prompts really thoroughly, in order, with a great deal of detail, and I appreciate the references and the embedded references, and of course the end notes here. So that took some time, and it's beautifully formatted, very clear. You address again each of the rubric prompts. You explain what size it is, but in the end, Steph, it would be so nice if I could get a visual of your leave behind. So you satisfied the rubric prompts, and you've made me whet my appetite to see more. I look forward to seeing perhaps a mock-up of your leave behind in weeks 6, 7, and 8.